Right.
Joe the boxer, Joe the comedian.
I don't think it's weird if you groom a child and you date it later.
Shishomaru.
Shishomaru?
And I think they got like the new Inuyasha out, and the little girl that Shon used to run around with. That's just like his woman now. They have 2 kids.
They got a new Inuyasha?
Yeah. You can watch it. I know it's on Hulu, but you can get it like whatever you watch your anime on.
What's it called? Inuyasha 2?
I forgot, man. You could just put like the sequel because Inuyasha got his daughter and Shiroma got his 2 daughters, twin daughters. So it's like 3. They the main characters now. Them 3.
I've been waiting for
a new demon comes along. And
I heard the show was coming out, but it kept on showing old shit.
Oh,
like recycled stuff, and
I did a little read because I was surprised. I said, I forgot. I was just on YouTube. I think I was watching old DBZ clips with the blood and the gore and all of that. Because to me, ain't nothing better than like the old Dragon, the Namek Saga. I think that was Oh yeah, fire. Which one is that? The Roshi or the King Kai? That's the Roshi, right?
It's Goku.
Yeah, that's the Roshi logo though, right there, or the King Kai.
Of course.
It's the which one? That's
know.
Roshi.
I think it's
the turtle hermit.
They didn't share it.
I think that's the turtle hermit Roshi logo.
You mean Taupe, right?
Well, I don't even know.
Yeah.
But I know he went through 2 different logos. Like earlier it was the Roshi, but when he studied with King Kai, he put the King Kai on the back. That's why I wanted to ask. Yeah, but I was going on a binge of watching old Dragon Ball Z, and I think I clicked on it. It looked like an Inuyasha, the anime style.
Yeah.
And it ended up being like a new one. I think it came out like in November or October that just passed.
Right now, the cartoon I'm watching is Harley Quinn. There's the
little cartoon parody. Yeah, that shit is fire.
Good.
I like it.
It's
got her, Clayface, and Poison.
Shark.
They came out with another season. I'm on the second one. Did they make it any past the second?
I'm on season 2 also.
Oh, that's about okay.
All right, so you watched it also?
Yeah. It was cool, man. It was an interesting take
because it's very weird to pay for a DC subscription.
DC got subscription?
Yeah, how you watching it?
I got this website I go on.
That's not illegal?
Yeah, it is.
Damn, what?
It's the Kiss Anime, Go Anime. I watch like the anime on that joint. I even like put it into the home screen. So it's like an app. I just click on it. Yeah.
That's where he has his hentai.
Oh no, we don't like that stuff over here, people.
I like it.
That stuff
was a good 2-month phase. Tentacles.
Yo, I remember in high school. I thought people was lying when they was telling me this stuff. I was like, "Yo, stop lying! You don't make no like who would do something like that?" Like, but it was real.
Yeah. I was on a podcast before. I saw a podcast with not a podcast. I saw a cartoon hentai thing that it was his daughter and him, and he had like a tentacle thing in his chair, and then he killed her husband. No, it's very weird. The guy has sex with the girl. You already know she's underage. Has sex with her. There's a lava thing going around them. All of a sudden, they have a baby real fast. Then the dad comes, kills the guy, and then rapes the daughter in front of the baby with a whole bunch of tentacles. And then they get outside, and somehow she forgets him.
It's
the whole thing.
And this is
Timothy is judging.
This is yes. This is Japanese culture, or it's like an Asian culture. What is this? Like this is like this porn cartoon shit. Is like what the fuck?
This is like a 41 years old thing.
Yeah. Well, where's the origins of it? Is it like Japanese or somewhere else in Asia, or
they eat a lot of sushi. They don't fuck.
And they make cartoons.
Fuck the octopus.
Tentacles. You said.
Like if you see the porns that are on right now, it's like I seen Japanese porn because like I like the Japanese women and stuff. But then they evolve from regular sex. They don't fuck.
So the evening porn is different.
I seen fish shoved up there. Like I seen like a tube, or then you see like the guy, he got his head buried, and you have a whole bunch of girls peeing inside a box, shit. Drowning the guy in piss.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He a peon.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And he's like,
sexual fetishes is like crazy for people, man.
Ooh. You know, there's a lot of shows like that.
I just don't ever want to get the day out when I get bored from regular sex that I need to go to them extreme measures.
This is why you gotta get in a relationship. It'll fix your life, and then you get evolved to that where you want somebody to shut your chest. Don't do that. It'll smear.
That's what happens to them girls when they fly to Dubai. I be hearing a lot. Them Instagram models, or
they shit on the guy's chest.
No, they go over there and let them the sheiks and everything piss and fuck on them. The dogs, I be hearing. You never heard about them?
But you get the $100,000 though.
Yeah. That's how they get their funds. That's how they upgrade their bodies, and that's how they pretty much be able to retire. Yeah, that shit crazy. Me, I like having my convictions. You know, I like to be able to look at myself. I guess they can look at themselves in the mirror, I guess. Or maybe not. That's why they get changes and shit. I don't know. But,
so what you're telling me is be cautious if your girl is going to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that's what pretty much people are putting out there.
What do you mean you going with the girls and only with the girls? Right.
No boys allowed. It's a girls' night, girls' trip. She come back with some money. Oh, no, I got to raise at the job. Yeah. Hey, to each his own, man. To each his own. Just make sure you can live with yourself or whatever you're doing, man.
I mean, a whole bunch of people is making OnlyFans. Like you see this girl, bad baby, and she's 18.
Genius.
But she's 18.
She's a genius. You know why? Since she was a little girl, she
got a whole bunch of predators.
Exactly. Motherfuckers is hitting her DM up, trying to have sex with her, trying to do all of that. And she made them wait to 18. And she built up an anticipation. I'm legal now. Here's my OnlyFans. Subscribe. $1 million.
Damn.
That's why I think she's a genius. Whoever was her team or managers and around her, they did it the right way. They wait and started doing it underage.
She's making big money moves.
Yeah. I ain't mad at it, man.
Age. I'm kind of also a little bit mad at it, but then look at her audience as a whole bunch of
little kids, little girls, pedophile guys. Yeah, that too. Yeah, you got
a bunch of pedophile guys.
Dude, just imagine how many DMs she got of athletes and entertainers and regular guys.
I bet she probably did with athletes
offering
underage.
Yeah, offering money for sexual favors and
Remember Tyga?
Yeah.
He has sex with an underage girl in front of everybody, basically.
What do you mean? Oh, you were parading, yeah.
I mean, she was 16 and he was like 30 something.
Like 25 or whatever. He like a few years older than us, yeah.
Yeah, and you know. Yeah,
notice what he did though. When he did, I know he didn't do this all the time, but notice they were spending time out in France because that shit was legal over there.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm not saying it's making it right, but I said see how certain things would be a maneuver so you don't go to jail.
There's also
and plus the mother co-signed on it.
There's states and countries that's offering up 14. You can fuck 14-year-olds.
I'm not get me wrong. I'm not saying it's right.
I'm just saying moral conversation.
I'm just saying he did it in a way where he couldn't get in trouble. The mother
fuck these children.
The mother co-signed it, and the mother because a lot of places, as long as the parents give you the permission, if they're 16, and plus he was flying out to spend the time in Europe so he can get his rocks off. So I said he did it in a legal manner. I'm not okaying it now, like. I still don't know what a person really.
Should we hold people like morally responsible for their actions if they?
Oh yeah. Everyone needs to be responsible for their actions, man. Everyone. No ifs, ands, or buts, you know.
But am I just being another ist? Am I? Am I being an ageist? Maybe he felt 14 at that age.
That's what they call it
at the age.
Ageist, done. That's something new. Oh, I was about to say, what the? I hate society. They just making up shit now, bro.
Right, you know.
Yeah.
Some people
the ages.
feel like they could change their age, gender from how they feel.
Damn. Reality ain't real. Where's Thanos, man? Sometimes I'm like, yo, he needs to just snap us away for real, bro. Like, we a mess, man.
With I'm gonna be working at the comedy club Thursday, but with being away from comedy for so long, like and then all those people probably moved away, moved back, and there's a whole bunch of liberals that were here that will scream at your face of saying what they are, but it's a good break.
Good break, right?
Yeah.
You had enough time to start your OnlyFans?
I feel like I can make a few dollars too.
That's for people with an audience. The mistake people are making with that OnlyFans shit is you got regular girls on the block or whatever. They might be the best in Brooklyn or whatever they at, or Bushwick or whatever neighborhood, and they make an OnlyFans, and them women ain't making money. Because back before the pandemic, maybe. But now you got these women with bigger platforms.
Yeah.
You can't compete with them. Everyone know who the basketball wife girl. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows where she is. So she's taking away people that would have probably subscribed to you. Like, that's only for people with a name. If you can't be like no regular person coming up, like, yeah, I got OnlyFans.
It's crazy that now you can see celebrities that you probably always wanted to see.
Fantasy. Yeah.
I'm still a little bit off about the Bad Baby.
Yeah.
Bad Baby.
Yo.
And
the OnlyFans.
Vicky. They.
You messed me with the last one. That's another girl. Vicky?
Yeah, that's a girl that was beefing with Bad Baby when they were younger, and they're like 15. But then you would see the comments.
Oh, so she like 18 too, I guess, or something, or
yeah, she's also young. She's probably like 20 now.
Oh, okay.
But not. She also has her OnlyFans. But again, you had dudes being open predators.
Oh yeah.
Even commenting hearts and all this shit.
Oh yeah.
Trying to get the simp for attention.
I caught myself like one of the girls I was looking at on the IG. I didn't know. I just a lot of times I click on a video, so videos will pop up on my feed, and I was dancing videos, maybe a little sexual, whatever. Then I said, I keep seeing on the feed. Let me click on the page. I clicked on the page, and the chick was 17. I say, get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So now every time I'm clicking on the image to see if they're gonna say something like if they 18 or when they probably say I'm a public figure or so. I'm looking to see now because I'm like, you got a bunch of little kids disguising themselves as grown women up on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, the shit is real, and I started looking at comments, and some guys would be like, "Yo, y'all dudes are creeps. She's 16," and motherfuckers don't care.
I remember when
they don't care.
There was a comedian on stage. Do you like yourself on this camera, or you want to like move it a little bit? How you feel?
Maybe I could change my position a little. That's better for you.
No, this is whatever you want.
Okay. Like, yeah, I'm cool.
I'm over here leaning on this. I'm mad comfy. But I remember I saw a comedian on stage, and he always goes up awkwardly because it's like he performs in bigger venues. So when he does the stage, it's like he's fucking around. But he's like, can I say something real and kind of fucked up? But are these kids are getting kind of hot? Like I see these 15-year-olds with their big tits, big ass, and I see my flat wife.
Oh shit!
I'm not gonna say his name because
that don't bother me because I know he's saying what a lot of people are thinking. So
every guy was like,
yeah, that's why I'm saying that. It don't bother me saying that, but
what's in the food? What's in the food?
Somehow someone is gonna hear that and make an issue and like get this guy and cancel him and
yeah.
Somehow, bro. Like the cancel shit is out of control too, man.
I was just like, lucky he said that and went right. Imagine if it went wrong.
Oh man.
What do you mean? Kids are fucking hot.
And like, to be honest, this shit was happening like 70 years ago anyway.
70?
Yeah, motherfuckers was married. Like Elvis' wife was like, he met her when she was 15 and married.
That looked like a child, doesn't it?
That's what they were doing. Like, since the beginning of the time, motherfuckers, as soon as the girl was bleeding, that's it.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah.
He was dating a youngin. Still in high school.
Yep. It was a situation with what was it, Mark Sanchez, the quarterback from the New York Jets.
Yeah.
It was something when he was running around with a 17-year-old girl, but that's when Jersey made 17 illegal or whatever. Illegal for you to date, and it was like a big issue. Oh, he took this 17-year-old high school girl.
I've been dating her since she was 16.
Yeah, I'm
like a year relationship. We've been grandfathered in.
I'm not saying it's cool, but this shit like always been around. Yeah, it's like to me, it's like because I still be looking like what a grown man wants with a high school. Hey, 18 is still young, but hey, at least she's out of high school. But I'm like, I don't know, man.
Paul Walker, another dude
he's another one that did that.
He had a underage girlfriend, and even when he died, dude, that was like his real girlfriend.
Oh yeah, underage. Oh,
underage.
Wow.
Still in high school.
Wow. And I think that's the norm in that Hollywood situation.
Probably.
I think them guys are like they the worst, man.
And
I know all of that.
They pick up the litter.
Like you hear like
they're your litter.
Yeah. Drew Barrymore, stories of her. Like, yeah.
What's the youngest you could go?
The youngest I could go, I would say at least 18, but that's not what I'm searching. I like to say 21. At least I could go to send you to the store and get a bottle for me or something,
Yeah.
I mean, give me a gallon of Douce or something, man. Give me a liter of Douce. Go get a pack of cigarettes. So I like to say 21.
21.
Yeah.
I say 21 also. Like I refused 2 girls because they were underage.
Oh man.
This is when I was single. I got the belly now, so that's not coming. But I refused 2 girls, and I was like, and I told you, like, they're like, why are you not going for her? And I was like, there's a teen in it. She's 18.
I'm good.
She's a baby. I'm 7. I was like, if you put it like this, right? I'm 29 now. And then I think at the time it was 27. If we put 7 years back, she'd be 11.
God damn.
So I was like,
Yeah. At least be in the 20s for me, man. Like 21.
When I was 20, she was 11. That thought will probably disgust me. Yeah.
When you thinking about it, you're like, I kind of
but there's also another side of me that'd be like, not that age is not a number thing. It's more like who the person is.
Yeah, the maturity, how y'all connect. Yeah.
And then 12-year-old.
Like with me, before that gets happening, I just like to. I'm good because I had that same situation too, and I had like mothers trying to plug me in with their daughters, and I'm like, no, I'm good, man. It was all right. She'd be 18 in like 10 more months, and I'm like, no, lady. Yeah, I had that happen plenty of times, man. That shit got me. I don't even go back to that house anymore.
She keep on trying to offer up.
Yeah, the mother was trying harder than the daughter, and the daughter was trying, but I was good. I'm like, nah, I'm all right, man. Like, I want nothing to do with that.
What are you in the house for?
Oh, I was friends with the mom. Mm-hmm. We all pretty much had like mutual friends.
Okay.
Yeah. And, after a while, I was like my little chill spot, man. I come from work, your house is shorter than mine. It's quicker to get there than mine. Mm-hmm. I'm sleeping on a couch. Yeah.
And then there's this girl named that calls you daddy.
This girl barely out of high school. She trying to. Yeah, that happened a few times, man.
On the other toys.
And I see like a lot of people are okay with it, man. Even parents, a lot of them is like okay with it.
Is thinking your past sexual encounters when you was in high school pedophilia?
Say that again?
Is thinking your past sexual encounters
thinking about it? Oh, okay.
In high school pedophilia?
No. Those are real situations that happen when you were of that age,
He was like, but she was 18. You can see on camera.
Oh shit! man.
This is wrong. Instead of fight with the thoughts in your head instead of trying to get yourself off.
When you do all that, that's when you know you in too deep. You in too deep.
What's her age? Let's say 18.
Yeah, I think we're gonna maybe when we old, but we starting to shift back to that time. The age might get lowered again. Now it's 16 in the country, right?
Yeah.
In most states, I should say.
Most states, I would say 18.
Most states is still 18.
We'll have a select few.
I know, like Indiana is like 16.
Louisiana.
And some places is like.
And probably like 2 states is like 14.
Yeah. 2 states is like, and some places it's okay as long as you get the parents' permission. If they.
Yeah, 16, you give birth, they sign something, you fuck the child.
Yeah. So
I'm being very biased, but.
Yeah. The West is gonna become like the rest of Europe in a way.
Yeah.
We're gonna get there. It's gonna slowly, but we're gonna get there. What I just don't want is that pedophilia trying to be passed as a sexual preference. That I don't want.
That's like a king.
I don't want to be walking by in the park and I see like a 40-year-old guy with a 12-year-old girl on his lap or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
It's my kink.
Yeah. I do not want to see that.
Yeah. I remember when I was 4, pedophilia. The thing with like pedophiles or rapists, right? The amount of years you do is only like 6.
Yeah, I think that's bullshit.
And my thought on pedophiles is like they should get killed. And that was my thought. I was like, they should be honest, get shot in the head.
Say what you want. I don't think I'm opposed to that. I don't think I'm opposed like rapists and pedophiles. Like I don't want to take it easy on them guys because it pisses me off knowing guys that sell drugs get more time than you know. If I'm doing more damage selling drugs, what damage are you doing when you taking this person, creeping into this person's bed when they 8 years old? And
some drugs will get you like a life sentence. I've seen only black people get 25 years for weed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's why it was a big issue. Even like with some of the presidential debates when they come in like, well, Biden and all was coming out and speak to black people. That was like a big debate. Like, you got black people doing 30 fucking years for weed.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous. Like, that was the biggest throwback on Kamala Harris. They're like, hey, you saying you for black people, but you was the attorney general in California. Yeah. You was locking motherfuckers for like half their life for weed.
And you said that.
And you laughed about it. And you said you smoked it. You laughed about it.
Like, and you put people away for this.
Yeah. That was a big thing. Like, I know you get caught with a bag of crack. You get like football numbers. Mm-hmm. Certain drugs, like, you ain't lying. They make sure.
Now you just gotta prove that you're a user somehow.
Yeah.
So because if you sell it, you get more years.
Yeah. But now, like, I don't even think drug addicts, that was another thing back with the whole crack epidemic and shit. Like, you got fiends was getting jail time. I don't think a person with a damn addiction should be getting jail time. You're supposed to help that person.
It should have been like a government. Yeah. That's why I like Europe. Like, if you want help, you get help. It should have been like government jobs.
Yeah.
That funded it and make themselves better. So then you have money that goes in the economy of you have these professionals that actually know what they're doing, and then you fix these guys' lives besides just putting them in jail or recycling them as slaves.
They starting to do it now because the roles are being reversed. But we was like, what was that love at in the 80s and the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's nothing new. Like if you go to Paris, right? Say if you want to continue being a user, they'll teach you how to do it, and then they'll give you clean needles and all this. I'm like, all right, you want to use this as your drug choice, and you staying like this.
Oh, okay, yeah. Don't they do that in Portugal too? Like the Portuguese people or something like that? Yeah.
Everything is legal and it's one of the safest countries in the world.
I remember we had like a debate like that in high school in my
The only time when this is the safest country in the world is when there's a fucking pandemic and everything closes down.
Yeah. I think that's what we had like a debate like that back in high school with my English teacher. She had us debating and write papers and presenting shit like, do you think drugs should be illegal? And I think at that time, I think my stance was like, yeah. And some people was like, no, because you're gonna turn everyone to axe. And I said, the only people that's using it is gonna be the ones still using it. You know, that's all it's gonna be. And say it's illegal now, but I'm pretty sure we all know where to get that shit from.
Yeah.
So what and she know because she was saying the same point as me. And she from the inner city too. She was from Brooklyn, so she was like, yeah. I said the only people that's gonna be sniffing cocaine and heroin and all that shit is the people that's already on it.
Mm-hmm.
And say if it's illegal, if I want to do it, you ain't stopping me because I know who to talk to get that stuff if I really want it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it won't be hard for you either. I might not know where to get it now, but I know I could call someone. I know someone that knows.
Times Square, they selling that shit all the time in front of the police. So, you know.
Yeah, now
I got weed, crack, coke.
Now that weed is like officially legal now. They saying they can't arrest no one unless it's like exchange of money. So I could give you a few bags. There's nothing wrong with that. It's only something wrong if I'm giving you a few bags and they see you giving me money in return.
So it's still the dealing.
Yeah.
Because you're still in Texas.
Just dealing. But if you smoke anywhere where cigarettes is allowed, it's pretty much like weed is kind of allowed at. You know? Okay. Yeah, this is like recently they added like onto it, so yeah, you could read it or I'll send you a link or whatever.
From the podcast that I've heard, the reason why it's so addictive, like if you have a country that is not legal to a country that is legal, it's the enticing effect of I'm buying something bad. So if it's legal, the power is not there.
It's like people get some kind of
little
dopamine off or no because they doing something.
Yeah. If I get this,
I can see that. Like,
and then when you get it, you're not using the proper techniques or form of it. You don't know how properly use it.
Yeah,
there should be no.
I get what you're saying.
Like, and this is all from someone else's words. I think his name is Carl something. He was on Joe Rogan, and just to use a certain amount besides using the whole thing, because then you OD, you probably get too much effects.
And knowing like what goes with what, because some of these shits are really like chemicals, man. Certain shit you can't mix with alcohol and other kinds of pills, and that's like the speaking of it is like that's the situation with
if you smoke weed and drink coffee, it's like cocaine. You have a snowball effect because when you drink coffee, it locks your pores, and then when you smoke weed, it creates a psychoactive because all the pores locked.
Yeah, that shit heightens it,
Could be something. So.
I try like normally I'm a drinker. I try getting high and drinking at the same. I said, God damn, for a beginner, I don't think this is something I should have started doing. Getting high and being drunk, bro.
You be
Yeah. I'm the drinker. I don't smoke, but I got high and I was like, oh shit.
I remember when I stopped drinking.
Yeah.
Somebody called me a drunk. I was like, I don't like this.
You was drinking a lot?
Yeah, I was drinking a lot.
Oh,
I was probably just getting drunk every day.
Oh yeah. You was definitely a drunk.
Yeah, but I had the decision. I was like, I can stop this. And I just stopped it, and then I was like, I was smoking weed a lot, and I had a panic attack. So that
Yeah.
But also, I didn't like what I was seeing around me. Like I would go to, I would get drunk, and then you'll have girls rubbing up on you, which is good.
You was waking up with females?
No, I'll wake up with females like rubbing up. Not wake up. I'll get drunk
as you go,
and then we go to a bar.
Okay, all right.
Where everybody's rubbing on everybody else.
Yeah.
And yes, we want this shit, but then you can't fuck them. You can't do anything with them. So that's kind of lost. But we grinding and shit. So it's like a simulation of fucking. So I'm going home with blue balls and shit. Angry. Again, this is when I was single. And then I remember when I went to like one of these I went high up buildings, I think it was in forgot what it's called, the Meat District.
Okay, yeah, I know.
It's where one of those rich people shit, and there's a whole bunch of money, big money people, and just seeing the attack of like drunk dudes on girls, like somebody I was with, like basically tackled the girl, they try and like make out with her and shit.
Wow, he just like forced himself, like, bitch, you want to come in?
Yeah, and he was known for this.
Oh, he was known to do. Oh shit!
But I didn't know until that day. Then I found out everything he did.
He was like, damn, I was hanging out with this bozo.
And I was like, I had to make a decision. I was like, I keep on doing this basically drug. So if I keep on doing this, I'm gonna keep on running into these type of people.
Oh yeah, I see what you. That's the kind of people you were attracting when you was in that state.
Mm-hmm.
All the drunks, and you ain't know this guy had a reputation of attacking.
And that was the second time that I've been around that type of thing.
Yeah.
Like I had to stop a friend trying to basically rape a girl, and I
ain't a fan of that shit, man.
And I was like, all right, so I had to stop this twice, so I should just remove myself out of the picture before I get in trouble.
Yeah. Shit, I drank, but I never had like a drunk state like that, because I'm an occasional guy for certain occasions. And I try to keep it like that way because I'm afraid of ever getting in there. I'm scared to even get to that level.
Yeah.
So I keep it like occasionally, I don't buy none personally for myself, but if I'm around with someone's birthday, we had a gathering, I take a few beers or I take some Jack Daniels or whatever. I'm cool with that. Yeah.
I'm more like a friendly drinker. Yeah. I'm cool with the hugging and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Joe.
But then you also have drinkers who, like my god brother, if he gets drunk or intoxicated,
fight mode. I don't get that. I get more evil friendly. I'm normally quiet, but I'm talking to everyone, bro. I'm going to this side of the bar. I'm going to this side of the bar. I feel like everyone, like, that's why I'm like, dudes get drunk and want to fight. I don't understand that.
I know two gay dudes who, when they get drunk, they get loud and, kind of try to pose a threat to people. Or they try to shoot their shot.
Oh.
And, being around that, it gets annoying. It's like,
dude, you're not a kid. You're a grown man. I never got to a blackout state and none of that. I always knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
The one thing I can say, even though I know what I'm doing, I lose that lack of caring what I'm doing. If you kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't really care as much, but I'm still aware and I'm like, if I'm able to do it, what's up? What's going on? What kind of demons everyone else got when they want to fight people and they lose total control? Because me, I don't lose total control.
I was watching Shameless, right?
And the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Frank Gallagher. That's
Frank,
the man.
Frank, his daughter was having addiction issues. So
which there's the older one, Fiona?
This is Fiona.
Yeah, okay.
So she's having a problem with alcoholism and cocaine. And he's like, all right, let's take a shot. You want to take a shot? Let's take a shot. And she's having she went through when they try to fix their lives and shit.
Yeah, therapy type shit.
Therapy and the meetings.
Oh, okay.
So let's take a shot. They take a shot. All right. You ready for another shot? She's like, yeah, I want to take another shot. And he's like, no. What you do is like you're not the right drunk. This is not for you. Like when you want to drink, you go into fight mode and you want more and more and more. But with me, I take a shot. I chill.
Yeah.
I let it wash over me and I enjoy the effects.
That's called a bad drunk for people like that.
Yeah. And you just want competition and you get angry. And that sometimes the drug's not for you.
Yeah. I don't like people like that, bro. Like, you chill with that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, I get mellow, I'm friendly, and I'm normally quiet when I'm drinking, I'm talking.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how you? What's your name? Tell me your story. That's me. So I hate when I see the person I want to challenge everyone and fight and loud. I'm like, what the fuck? I'll be like, yo, what kind of demons you got? You got like some inner thoughts and emotions you probably wanted to release or something. Because alcohol is like the true serum,
And that's most people.
Yeah. That's why I realized it. Tell me, I'm different, bro. I'm just a weird dude, man.
Nah.
I started everyone else weird. I'm starting to think I'm the weird one now. I'm chilling, bro. I'm getting drunk. I ain't trying to fight no one, man. Like I ain't going out to no bar lounge to pay for an ass whooping. What kind of shit is that, bro?
I talked to someone who usually don't have the brightest ideas, but said something, actually smart. She was like, she was just wondering. She's like, you think people who are addicted are actually thinking the thoughts that they always wanted to say? Like if you see a crackhead, right, and they're just like blurring all this out, maybe it's their like inner self trying to scream out through them to fix themselves.
Interesting.
No.
Interesting, yeah. But definitely, drugs always been used as a way to bring out people's.
I mean, the psychoactive drugs.
Yeah.
I wish I got to do. Is there any drug that you want to do? I wish I could do all the psychoactive drugs, but I think I'm probably tip on top.
That definitely not, man. I always seen like the
see like a mushroom, and he's like, yeah, I should experience. It tastes like shit. Yeah, it's spacey shit. Yeah.
Nah, the thing is, every time I heard that shit keeps you up.
What?
The mushroom. The shrooms.
When I took it, I thought it'd be like 30 minutes, but I thought,
you got to be in the right state of mind and everything to take that too.
You gotta be in the right state of mind. Yeah. You gotta have the right people around you.
I heard that shit is just gonna enhance whatever you feeling at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was always like, okay. So I have a hard time feeling on how I feel about certain things, so I'm like, oh, okay. Mm. Yeah.
Like when I used it, I was probably a good weed smoker. Like I was smoking weed, and then it went to like 30-minute highs. I'm gonna do this thing, and then it's gonna be like 30 minutes.
So how long?
It was like 7 hours. I was basically.
How long do weed highs last for though? Just smoke inhaling.
If you're like a rookie, probably like 2 hours.
Oh, okay. And that shit gets smaller and smaller after that.
And then it gets smaller and smaller.
I know I was different. Everyone said, "Tell me you was fucking with edibles, man." Mm-hmm. For me, that shit lasts the whole day.
Yeah, that's a jump.
I thought I was gonna sleep it off and wake up. I said, it's 8 p.m. Why I'm still feeling like that. I said, I ain't do it till like 2 a.m. in the morning when we was all partying. I'm like, I need
to surprised you ain't go to panic. Like, am I never gonna go back to normal?
This shit was balls. I was like, God damn, I can't sleep this off. I don't know. I guess I had whatever that shit was that make you feel like 1,000 pounds. It was that indica, whatever. I felt the stone feeling like I ain't wanted to leave the couch, bro.
You melted.
I had to use the bathroom so bad. I was like, yo, I feel good right here, but I feel heavy at the same time.
Surprised you didn't piss yourself.
I eventually got up, but it was like, yo, I feel like 1,000 pounds. I'm in the where's the shit Vegeta be training in 1,000 gravity or whatever. I felt. Yo, me and my homie was in a couch and I thought they was laughing at us and shit because we were rookies. We just drink. We don't be smoking another. They all smoking.
It's not gonna work.
Then I hear the girl in the background. Like, yo, what happened to Tim? They go, nah, you're right. You just had edibles. Like, how much you give him? I think with the THC, right? She was like, I think it was 400. She said, you don't smoke. That's too much for her. That shit was fun. I wanted to laugh for her. I was like stuck on the couch. They probably thought I was sleeping, but I was up. But it was like, I don't know. One eye open, one eye closed. They think I was sleeping, but I heard everything they were saying. It was like I was sleeping, but wasn't sleeping. They're like, yo, what happened, man? I gave him too much.
Damn, you good? Yeah, I'm here.
I said, yo, I don't know how y'all do shit high shit. They say for me, I'm sticking to drinking, bro. They said, yeah, because you was eating that shit.
Oh, so you OD'd.
Yeah, I guess you could kind of say OD. Yeah. I was eating it slow eventually, but I guess I ate more than for someone on my level.
Little piece.
You know what it is? I think I ate more for someone that's on my level.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably wouldn't be an OD for anyone else, but for a beginner, that's OD. Because I feel like I ain't even eat a lot, but
I heard stories about chocolate bars.
yeah.
And then they'd be like somebody would probably like overdo it.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, why am I feeling like this? And she's like, did you have the chocolate bar? And it's like, yeah, I just, And he's like, how much you had? And he's like, I ate the whole thing.
Oh,
and he's like, no, you're supposed to eat the square. And she's like, what the fuck may I eat a little square for? And then hours in, they feel it. And it's like, it was yesterday, tomorrow.
That's what fucks you up, because they said being that you digest, it takes a little longer.
Yeah.
So an hour later, then you go, oh shit. That's the. It's like you having a fruity sweet drink. You don't taste the alcohol, but you keep drinking that shit.
Eventually, it's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, it happened. I had a moment in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
I got lost. Everyone lost me, actually. I knew where I was at. They just didn't know where I was. I was so like, I had one of them drinks on the board.
Yeah, I know you. You confident. Like, I'm good. Tim, where are you? And he's like, nah, I'm just walking up here.
The last stop I can remember was sitting in Hooters. I don't even think I got my food. I went to the bathroom, just like fell asleep. But me and my other guy got up at the same time, so they thought I was with him. So when they all finished, they're like, why the fuck you leave Tim? What's Tim? Like, Tim never was with me. They heard they was about to fight because they couldn't find me. But one of my guys said, hold on now, we're going to have to backtrack. It was the last time we seen Tim, but he knew my tendencies. He said, hold on, I bet you Tim is in the bathroom somewhere. All I know, I don't, shit seemed like it was only 30 minutes, but they said it was like probably like 2 hours.
Damn.
It seemed like 30 minutes to me in the bathroom, but when he came in calling my name, Tim, I'm like, yo, he's like, yo, Tim, you good? I said, yeah, I just feel tired. They said, yo, we was about to start a fight. Look at
the restaurant bathroom?
Yeah, it was in the Hooters bathroom. I just like sat on the side, like, and I went into like the stalls, and I just sat on the side, like melting.
And that's also one of the effects that I don't like. Like if I get drunk and then I'm on a train, and then I'm falling asleep on the train, I'm bobbing into people and shit.
I wish that only happened to that drunk. That happened to me today. No, I got a sleeping problem. I don't know. I think I told y'all before. I just go to sleep when I sit down.
Mm-hmm.
I sleep. I remember before I never used to sleep on a bus or the train. Now I get this so comfortable and relaxed, and next thing you know, I'm like with my phone in my hand. Like,
see, that's what I don't like. I seen people who fall asleep with their phone on their knee and they're just balancing, or it'll go on the floor. It's like, I don't like that.
I had moments where I was looking like a dope fiend.
Yeah.
There was no seats, and I fell asleep like standing up, and my knees kept buckling, and everyone looking at me like I was just tired, but they probably ain't know that.
What do you do on the train?
What
do you just listen to music? Do you? What do you do?
I do music, or I listen to other podcasts on YouTube and shit, and it's something like when I get comfortable, bro, it's over. Like I had a security job, I fell asleep, and they took pictures and reported my ass. What was the last Spider-Man movie that came out?
Homecoming?
Yeah, that was the one that's the one when he went to Paris. The one after that. The one before that.
The one before that?
Yeah, the one before that. Yeah, I forgot the name. Yeah, but it was that one. I was doing security for that. We was watching the trailers and shit. It was like on 42nd, 34th, 36th, and all that. From East and West.
Security for a movie theater?
Yeah. For the movie, and I was so tired. I went to that damn fire hydrant shit, and and the lady, like, she started waking me up. She just went and took a picture, and the guy like, yo, come, you gotta stand, man. You security, you can't be sleeping. You gotta watch the trailers, man. And I was like, oh my gosh.
So you watch the trailers, close the door, and
yeah, pretty much. Standing for like 16 hours and
16 hours?
Yeah. Even music videos when I did like rap, like big like rap music, for something that's gonna be on screen for probably 3 to 5 minutes, that shit takes the whole fucking day.
Yeah. Sometimes
2-3 days, man. Like,
but you had to work 16-hour days?
No, just 6 for I think for those 4 days that they were in, like they were shooting in Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 16 hours.
I can't do that, yo.
That shit was annoying, bro. It was easy, but it was like you standing on your feet. That shit. Like, it's one thing when you walking around, it eases your feet. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you just standing in one spot, that shit is like, what the fuck? You gonna want to sit down, man. I lost like feeling in my fucking foot, bro.
Yeah.
And I wish I wore the wrong shit too. I wish I would have had like black sneakers or something. I came with the fucking shoes, man. I ain't know it was a movie shit. They just said, oh, we need the security in my agency or whatever. They told me and I came. I'm like, if I knew it was this, I wouldn't want no fucking dress shoes. I'm thinking we was gonna be in a hotel because in the hotel they want you to get a little fly with the suit and everything looking right. I said if it was gonna be a thing, I would have got like some black sneakers or something. I got hard dress shoes. That's
And you were okay with working for 16 hours straight?
Yeah, but I didn't make it to 4 days. 2 days, I said, I'm good. Just give me my check right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though it was easy, that shit was killing my feet.
You had to work 16 hours straight, or you got 16 hours and you had to work like 4 hours?
Work it straight and you get your whatever lunch break you get in between. Yeah. I got there at, 5 a.m.? Yeah, 5 a.m. all the way to like what? All I know was nighttime.
5 a.m. to 5 a.m.?
No, it was passive. Oh, shit. Was it? I don't even know, bro. But I know I got there at 5 a.m. for both days. And I said, all right, I'm okay. Just give me my money now. He's like, all right, okay.
Yeah. I think they probably used to people like quit.
No, yeah. I'm pretty sure they are. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not everyone makes it. Cause they even tell you, like, yo, let me days. What days can you come or whatever? They that's how I work. At least from my experience, like when you doing like security for movies and shit like that. Yo, what days can you work? Can you make it all 6 days? Or no, you only can do is Friday and Thursday and Saturday. Okay, they take whatever. They would never say no. They rather have more than need. You know.
This is why it's important to get a job, and then you work Monday through Friday, and then just look for another job.
Yeah.
And don't have a set schedule so you could do something else with the time.
Yeah.
Because that working 16 hours for someone else, I understand doing it for yourself, doing it for a salary.
Yeah, but
and you're going crazy and trying to do a purpose. But working 16 hours straight, that's a waste of your life.
That shit there, man. I was like, what the fuck am I? Damn, that's why I was using the security shit. I was using it as a side job, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I went through one of those when you just fucking quit the other job that you had for whatever. I was going through that phase. Get a job, hold it down for 2 weeks or a month, quit. The security was always supposed to just be the backup, but it ended up being my main thing for a little while. I was like, no, I never wanted to like be a fucking full-time security guard. I just wanted to use it as a.
You ever got into a situation
like
you actually had to
handle someone?
Secure?
Oh, thank God I didn't, bro. But if I did, I would never did shit, bro. I'm gonna stick to the training. Like when I was training, the guy said, remember, you're not police officers. I think you can do a citizen arrest, but he said, don't do it.
Don't do it.
He said, if your uniform ain't enough to stop anything from happening, just let it be.
Yeah.
You do something wrong and you get sued and the company, they're going to fire. You're going to automatically lose. Even sometimes if you're right. He told us that. So I said, I'm not breaking up nothing. He said, if your uniform ain't enough to stop them for stealing or doing some dumb shit, don't challenge them. Let the police or the company you with, let them handle that. And I always hold that. I said, I'm not breaking up no fights. I ain't attacking no one, bro. I'm letting you know, hey, you can't use this door. This door is not for entering. You got to go all the way around the corner. I don't want to fucking go around the corner. I'm not stopping him. Yep. He goes, I pull up that walkie. Hey, we got a guy that just went through exit 5 that wasn't supposed to go there.
You go to the manager and...
That's it. I'm not tussling and wrestling with no one. That's what a lot of security guards mess up. They think they want to, you know?
Yeah.
One of my other guys, I remember, he was a bigger guy. I'll get you big, but cut it out, man. If they want to just leave it, you don't got to tackle it.
What, was he doing the machismo and chasing people and shit?
All security and shit, Kevin J. Like, dude, leave it alone, bro. Like,
I've done it.
You got to fucking
people, but I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, I get it. You learn from it.
Yeah.
I said, dude, you got the walkie. They do something, just say, hey, I stopped this guy at the car, said the parking lot is closed in the mall. We ain't allowed no one to park here. He just went by anyway. Just pull up your walkie and let them know.
Yeah.
He had a gray Honda Sonata, you know, he had a Honda Accord. That's it. You write it in your report. That's it. You don't be chasing motherfuckers. What are you doing?
Not a cop.
Like, cut it out. I don't do that, bro.
Don't look up cop questions that you can ask people.
Nah, I do not do that, bro. Like some guys, they like
you see things, you report, then peace out.
Yeah, I should be bothering when I see them security type guys doing that shit. Well, ain't no one getting by me when I'm here. I'm like, dude, stop this shit, bro. If someone challenges you, just let them win. I guarantee you, whatever you get in the highway ain't worth you getting into a fight. If someone stabbing you or whatever comes with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, even if you could do something right, but if it's enough pressure, you can still get fired.
I had that type of
you can still get fired, bro.
Mind frame, but I'm not doing that now.
Oh yeah.
If something happens, it happens.
Oh yeah.
If somebody's screaming and yelling,
nope. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Sometimes depending on how it sounded to me, I ignore it. You know, I did security out on family shelter. You know, and I'm like, if I hear some domestic shit going on, I'm not knocking on the door. Actually, the guy told me too. He said, if you hear something, man, don't go in there by yourself knocking on the door. What's going on? You let us know. We go as a group, you know, or we call the police, you know. I said, yeah, you don't got to tell me that. I was going to do that regardless.
There was a girl when I was working at American Eagle. She was working 2 jobs. Fucking ridiculous. She will work.
Short girl, right?
No, she's a
okay, all right.
Black girl, lesbian, but in no way of shape or form that looked like she should be stopping any fights. But she had this job. She was working at a women's shelter, and she would work fucking 11 to 8, then work 11 to 4 in the morning with us at American Eagle.
Yeah.
And then she was like, I had to stop a fight today. Big knot out of her. She got punched. I was like, that's not. She's like, yeah, I got right in the middle of it. And
no.
I was like, no, you just try to de-escalate. And
you de-escalate it. If it don't work, you call your superiors. Yo, I'm going to call the police. That's it. I'm not breaking up nothing, bro.
She's like, she probably thought she was like cool and had the swag to stop it. I think she went in the middle of it.
Let me show you your place.
Yeah.
That happened at one of my other jobs too.
She came work. It was bad. Like I've been punched a lot in life, but her.
That was one hell of a hit.
Yeah, like it looked like her eye was like getting crusted, like it was closed. Ooh. And she's black too, so for it to be big and puffed and red, how it was, and then she would try to open it, and this whole shit was red.
Oh,
I was like, Jesus. And that was one punch, apparently.
Yeah, that was one hell of a punch, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I seen.
That's right, hematoma.
I seen that at one of my other jobs too. Like this female wanted to be top flight security. I don't know what's up with these female guards. Yeah. Like it was like these teenagers, like still in high school. Maybe one of them wasn't or whatever. The young guys, 16, 17, 18. They were stealing whatever. So, you know, they calling everyone to walk in to kind of like get them at the, before they leave the entrance, the exit. And bunch of guys around, they ain't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them had nice size and built, but they still ain't do shit. I don't know what this little 5'2" or whatever girl thought she was going to do. She tried to grab the little youngin' and the youngin' like hooked off on him a few times and like Hulk Hogan power slammed him. And as she's on the ground, he hits her again and same story with that. Shit was fucked up and everything. I said, what would you think you was gonna do? The guys were there and they didn't even do nothing. What the fuck? You was like, yeah. I would have let them made off of whatever they were stealing. I'm like, you was like, what you gonna do? Young boy wasn't having that, bro.
I'll just stick to cleaning.
Yo, and the thing that got me mad, if that would have happened to me, I'm telling you, I'm taking a week off and y'all gonna pay me. Mm-hmm. She came in the next day like, yes, I'm ready to go. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, like, what is wrong with you?
I ain't gonna let that stop my money. And then come to work all fucked up.
I already said, yo, I took one for the company. Y'all gonna pay me for these next days that I'm off, bro.
Shit, I'm taking off work due to stress.
Yeah,
I can only imagine getting punched.
Yeah, I'm in pain. I got embarrassment, and I'm selling that shit.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna pay me for this week or whatever I'm gonna be off for, bro. Like, she came in the next day. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with her, bro? Like, what the fuck is wrong with people with these security jobs, bro? I don't get it, bro. Yo,
I can only imagine. I don't know what job besides a police officer, and then even that you go so hard to, I don't know, confront people, because people don't want to be told what to do.
Yeah. And power corrupts, man.
Yeah.
You just see it with a security officer, a police officer. We know how corrupt they are. Having that power over something, man.
I went to a point where I was kind of like that. That it probably build like confidence and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And like yelling at people and telling people what to do and shit. But then like once I started doing stand up and I got to relax and got that kind of power of just fucking around and telling people like shut up. That started working way better than what that energy was, because that type of energy you're imposing on yourself, that amount of stress, that image.
Yeah. That's what they say. Sometimes they say a lot of these police officers were kids that used to get stuffed in the lockers in school. That's the thing they say. And I believe it, because I remember one time in high school when an officer came to our school and he was like, see, back in my days, if I was the same age as you guys, I would be terrified of you guys. And I say, you kind of like confirming like the whole thing where they say police, a lot of these police officers were guys that used to get beat up and slapped down and bullied. So they go there for some kind of authority or have some kind of power. And just to add to it, it was a situation, I forgot the guy's name. It was Brown or something like that in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
Where a police officer was sexually assaulting dudes or whatever. And he ended up, I think, killing a guy or something. Okay. Or a guy that he used to go to in high school. I guess he was like one of the cool guys that used to terrorize him, and now he's the police and he was terrorizing him back and shit.
And then he ended up eventually killing him.
A whole story happened. I think he killed him, or the guy had to resign and go to jail because he was known in Milwaukee and he was a homosexual. He was known to go around frisking on young men and guys and getting extra feels and shit like that. He was known to do that around. And
was he like a self-hating gay? Because those the gays that kind of hate themselves for doing what they're doing.
He could have been that, but the story, he could have been that. But the way I was presented, this was the cool guy in high school that used to.
Is this the guy that came and saw y'all?
Say that again. The guy that became what?
Is this the guy that came and saw y'all when y'all was kids?
Oh no! I was just going to another story to add to that saying when they say. Guys that are police officers, they were guys that used to get beat up in high school and picked on the bully, the uncool kid, and they go for that for some kind of structure. So I was just telling you stories that help support that argument. I know another sucker motherfucker like that. One of my other jobs, he ended up joining the military, and I always thought he did that because he wanted to have like some kind of respect.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought maybe it was just me, and I spoke to other people about it. And they said the same thing to me. Without me even expressing it to him. So I said, we all thinking the same thing. So he went to the military because he wanted to get some kind of respect. He wanted to be cool. And so I have people that get into those kind of positions, they're looking for some kind of purpose. And
I always, my saying is, if it's hard enough, like, confronting and telling somebody something. But if somebody tells you something that you heard from 100 people, the saying goes, if 100 people tell you have a tail, maybe you have a tail.
Yeah. And I believe stuff like that, especially if it's coming from people that don't know each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's like being out like in the streets and shit, uncles and cousins, they used to always say, like, if you hear a bunch of people tell you something about someone and them people don't know each other, it gotta be true.
Yeah.
If you and Dre and Dave On is telling me something about this guy named Jacob and say y'all didn't know each other and y'all all told me the same thing, yo, watch out for him. I'm gonna believe that shit. Because I'm gonna be like, yo, Joe and Andre and Dave On don't know each other. They all know me and they telling me to watch out for him. Yeah. So yeah, I believe stuff like that. You got 100 people telling you that.
Like patterns of Be right back after the.
Yeah.
Oh, Timothy, you missed the podcast.
How you can text like that, just sliding your finger around?
Because I'm a whore.
That shit would look weird. But
You don't got that in your phone?
I think I can. I just don't know how to do that. Like,
that.
Yeah, you just sliding around like we ain't even pressing on you. Just like you just. Yeah. So.
That's me checking for multiple point sites.
Yeah. I just wanted to add to that, like these people that get into them position of power, you know. They were probably not they probably ain't people that should be in that qualify for that kind of job, you know.
I think you go through like an evolution process. That's like when a manager or a boss like first becomes boss, and then all of a sudden they have this high and mighty stance, or they think they're above, or they feel like they could boss you around and stuff. Like,
yeah, I dealt with that.
And you just gotta go through the process, you know. I've been in that type of situation where when I'm above people, when I have to tell them what to do, you kind of feel that, but you know, you gotta eventually become you.
Yeah, you get used to it. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I bet you never overdid it or nothing. I'm your damn manager. You better listen to me, and I tell you, that's to me, that's overdoing it now. Yeah. You know.
But there's people that do that.
Yeah.
It's like, are you disobeying my order?
Oh yeah. See,
it's a salad. It's a salad. It's a salad, man.
You see, it's a choice of words. Hey, disobeying me, like hold on, like I'm not your dog. Yeah. It's certain words. You see how like words have power.
Yes.
You use a certain word, it just sounds like totally worse. Instead of saying why you're not listening to me, you're not disobeying me. That sounds like totally like hold on.
One thing I learned from comedy is that every word means something.
Words is powerful, man.
You know, it's like the way you put it, the way you emphasize it.
Yes.
You gotta go where you fucking up at right. I mean, fucking up wrong. You know, you gotta listen to yourself, record yourself, and be like, I sound like an asshole, so change this.
I know my friend, he works at a car dealership, and he got a manager that was talking to people like that.
Mm-hmm.
These are cars that and he's telling people, the workers, what you doing sitting in my car? Who changed the radio station?
Yeah.
Like, that's how he's talking to people. So check your tone.
That's kind of like when people say we're the company. When they put their themselves with the company.
Yeah. Cut that out, bro.
Just a number, and you can get replaced with that number.
Yeah.
You know, don't put your life with that.
Yeah, well, it's careful how you say things, man. Sometimes it's not it's how you say it, man. I seen this video. Are you familiar with the dudes Abba and Preach? I do the reaction. They had one video when they had like this guy that I guess he's like seeks out talent for models and shit.
Okay.
And he was talking like to guys and girls, and they were just highlighting the way like he's saying some real fucked up things, but he was saying it so well where it doesn't sound bad, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't necessarily got the model look, you know. He's saying shit that would have pissed people off, but he finds the words to kind of, you know. So yeah, like that's what I'm just leaning to. Like, sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. He knew how to articulate himself well enough where he could say the most fucked up shit, but it don't sound that bad.
Like comedians, right? Usually the joke or whatever they're saying is gonna be like OD fucked up. If you tell it in a regular, if you send somebody a text,
oh yeah,
and take it out of concept, all that shit's gonna sound fucked up. But when they get on stage, they say the joke, and then they record themselves so they can listen to where the spaces were there on laughs at and where the groans were, where the and they listen to that specifically because they want the reaction of funny. But sometimes you gotta say things like, I wouldn't even know, like when the managers of my job, right? They say we're gonna use people and all these things, and that turns everybody off. And then at the end of the the speech or whatever they're trying to do at the meeting, everybody's dead. He killed the momentum. And then I remember one time he's like, "You don't want to say anything, Joe?" And I was like, "You bombed."
Yeah, after that, that's gonna be tough to try to get those people back.
You fucked everything up. Why?
Sometimes with the build up too. I know y'all work on that. Make sure when you got that real nice joke, you just need to have that nice build up around it. You know,
everything is put up for a reason. When you,
good
evening, welcome. You announcing. Give a big
up,
round of applause.
The setup, all of that.
You get the energy, and then when you go on, you want to go punch. Everything's good. Pass on. Give a big round of applause. Yeah. Keep the energy going.
Yeah.
You don't go up dry. Tell people what to do. Saying you fucked up here. You fucked up here. You suck.
I learned that shit from You learned it from comedy, but I learned that same thing from like battle rap. Watching battle rap and being a fan. Yeah, it's like who got the better raps, but it's still you gotta still perform. So I understood the importance of building up and setting up things and saying it a certain way. I learned that just from watching like battle rappers. The guy could probably be the better rapper, but you could win just having a better setup than you had a better presence, you know. So that's why I learned like the setup from you on stage doing stuff like that. The setup is important, even like from watching wrestling. The setup for when they get into the theatrical mode and they talking to each other, the setup is very important when you're on that stage, man. Any stage.
That there's all techniques, and all techniques are done for a reason, and like there's things that people aren't working on themselves, 24/7. I see some things that this job is trying to do. I was like, all right, y'all doing notes, but you guys are not working on yourselves. It's more you're focused on other people. If you focus on yourselves, then it'll go on to other people.
Oh yeah.
If you have that cool boss that's great to everybody and shit, and he's like almost like, I don't want to say like he's a family member, but when you get that cool boss, everybody's going hard for that cool boss. When you get the dick, there's only a certain limit you could work with the dick. And there's only a certain amount of energy. It's this nigga, man.
What's that?
I have to stop saying the N-word. I am wrong, and I am racist.
God damn it, Joe. Yeah, man. I hear you on that one, man. Yeah. I hear you. Like, since we started doing this podcast, one thing, like you said, focus. And one thing I've been focusing on, but watching videos and paying attention to things, is like how to debate better. I want to get a lot better, like in debating and presenting my argument or whatever, making a case. So that's what I've really been doing too, a lot, watching YouTube videos, because following like the rules to debating, like even if what you're saying is factual, right? The first person to get overly emotional and throw insults, you lose. You automatically lose. So I've been paying attention and trying to work on myself on that.
You have the intellectual sees.
Yeah.
Because it's not.
You could be saying all the facts, but if you too emotional and you start hurling insults, you automatically lost.
you seem unfocused. Yeah, something might slip because of my calm demeanor. I'll catch it.
Yeah. And then you just look better overall. The calmer person just looks better. The guy that's getting up, yelling and screaming, even if what he's saying is right, the guy that's calm is you look more better. You look better in everything. You look more trustworthy. You look more.
Yeah. I could be saying the most.
You could be saying bullshit.
Shit. Kill all the Jews. And,
So I've been like focusing on that.
Sorry, not that.
Watching people. I've been watching people debates and like picking up certain things, like even just being able to, when you got such a broad topic you're talking about, just focus on one specific thing. Because it ain't gonna work when you're debating. You're talking about a broad topic. There's too many avenues you're going. Let's just focus on one thing. Where's your facts and make your kid,
Like when you get in conversation with people and it could like become a debate kind of topic.
And y'all just go into so many different topics.
Yeah.
That's why I'm ready to focus on. We talking about too many things. We're gonna just focus on this. The other stuff will come later, but let's just talk. That's what I need to work on a lot, man.
I get on I don't get on people about it, but I see that I piss off a lot of people from doing that, of sticking to one topic because they're trying to go somewhere else.
Yeah, that's great to have. That's a great skill.
I was like, all right, bring the conversation back of this topic.
Yeah.
Like, but one thing I wanted. All right, I had a conversation about AK-47s and having machine guns, right?
Ooh,
this person was like, I'm for it. And he's like, I want to see what's the problem. I was like, the problem is that you want to give people a chance. And he's like, and he's bringing all these other avenues of trying to protect yourself. And he's like, yeah, that's all well and good. But, like, I understand if you're trying to hunt. I understand if you're trying to protect yourself. But you shouldn't have a machine gun. Because if you have the wrong state of mind, you want to give people a chance at least. You know, you don't want to have a machine gun. Say if I'm going crazy and I just have a shotgun.
Yeah.
Those shells runs out.
Yeah.
You know? If I have a machine gun, I spray everybody.
So what was his argument when you said that?
His argument is just, I just want one. You know?
What he should have said is, because I've been following that, was like, people use the whole machine gun thing, but when you look at most gun violence, 90% of that shit is happening from handguns. No one is walking up with an AK. That's kind of hard to conceal. So they get handguns. So machine guns ain't really the problem, because 90% of the crimes are coming from smaller handguns.
That's the problem. It's coming from the handguns.
Yeah.
But machine guns is from the mass shootings.
So wouldn't you?
So if you want to stop the mass shootings from like schools where the average police officer would have a pistol to stop this.
Yeah.
You'll stop the machine guns.
But if you check the numbers, you could Google it too, research it. Most of them shootings is happening from. It's not happening from machine guns.
Yeah, but
and the 90%
the mass shootings is
and the 90 percentiles is still handguns. So wouldn't you just ban the handgun?
From what I know is that the mass shootings, the handguns is probably from shootings that's around
like
here.
The Virginia Tech.
That was Tech 9.
That was still the deadliest, but the guy had a handgun.
He had a handgun, but he was doing it with Tech 9.
The handgun is the ones that was killing. He didn't. It was the handgun. Let me research that.
Good.
Virginia.
At least I saw the picture of him holding Tech 9.
Yeah, you probably It was the handgun he used though. Okay. It was the handguns. That's what I make these arguments. I'm for the whole gun thing because I'm like 90% of that stuff is happening from handguns, and it's happening with people that's in gangs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
The media is telling you this is illusion that those mass shootings that you hear in the mall, that's rare, bro. That's very fucking rare. The gun violence is coming from people that's in gangs, that's in that avenue and that lifestyle. It's not coming from common people like you that has nothing to do with it. It just appears that way because they that's what they're showing you.
With gangs, though, at least it's like it's happening a lot.
Yeah,
but it's
that's
like
what a majority
one or two people.
That's what a majority of the crime is happening.
With the mass shootings, is more over 10, over 30. And
now you know, and you got to get a little detail now because they lowered to what they call it. I think anything more than three or more is a mass shooting. They lowered the shit now.
They lowered it, what I'm saying.
I don't consider that a mass shooting, but that's what they do now because I think there's possibly a little racial tensions behind it because the argument black people is like, hey, white people, y'all doing the mass shootings. Mm-hmm. So they lowered it now. If you going by their standard, 3 or more, black people are doing mass shootings.
Nah, that's what.
Yeah. Even though that's what they consider, it means that's not a mass shooting, you know. 2, 3 people, but that's what they consider it now. So now the numbers reflect that black people are the mass shooters, really. But that's why I always tell people when they say, "Oh, numbers don't lie," I say, "Yes, it does." If it's not put in context, if you're not putting it in this whole dexterity of the numbers, you can lie. You can lie your ass off, Joe.
They could probably go off the media and shit, but I personally saw videos of these mass shootings, and it's mostly white, and it's mean like you're gonna be with a dude with an assault rifle.
Oh man!
Yeah, I saw this like POV dude had a camera.
Oh man! They recording their whole yeah. That's when you know they lost. They don't give a fuck.
I don't want to give them my sources, but
Go ahead. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, that's when you know a person don't give a fuck when they want to record that type of shit.
Yeah,
what was the dude in New Zealand? He recorded it? Yeah, he put it on Facebook Live, I believe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He put it on Facebook, and they took the video down when he went up in there in the church and started killing everyone. Yeah.
Mass shooting is crazy.
Yes, yes, it is.
The one that I remember right now is I think it was like in a parking lot where a dude had an assault rifle, and I feel like he wasn't even about that life. Like he shot like I want to say like 3-4 people.
Yeah.
And then he got the girl, shot her in the legs and stuff with an AK, and then he pointed at her, and she was like, "Come on, dude, you already got me."
Like, oh, what? That's what she said?
Yeah. Like it was a tag. Like it was dodgeball, and he didn't shoot her. I was like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah, shit. Said, come on, dude.
His excuse was that he was bored from movies being closed from the pandemic. But
get the... Oh, no. That's what he said, Joe?
Yeah, it's probably some bullshit.
Oh, my gosh.
But I just felt like it doing that. I wouldn't even know what to tell people when they have like those type of thoughts.
Yeah.
Don't do it. But so you trying to look it up?
Oh no. I was doing a little something else, but yeah. Oh
man. News for me, right?
News from you. And what you think about the... Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
What?
I was going to say, what you think about the UFC returning back to America?
Did they yet?
Houston, they got that.
Houston?
They got that Olivia, right, Charles? That's how you say Oliveira?
Oliveira.
Yeah, Oliveira versus Chandler in Houston. You got Tony Ferguson on the
Michael
card.
Chandler?
Yeah. You got Ferguson on the card. Yeah, I forgot the other.
Ferguson is
I think Nate Diaz, my homie Diaz is coming back.
Diaz, but then there's issues with that because Diaz keeps on pulling out.
It's not official?
Nate? It's official, but he keeps on even pulling out those. I'm a fan of the Diaz brothers, but they have taken a lot of time off.
Oh, yes.
Every loss is like an excuse behind everything.
I'm just a fan of them dudes. They fight. I know they ain't like top guys or whatever, but it's just something refreshing to just... I like dudes like that.
I'm a fan of them, but they're not consistent. They were consistent during Strikeforce. That's when there was Nick Diaz was doing his thing. Once he came to UFC, he only had 3 fights.
And I love them dudes, man. I know they don't fight a lot. That's why I know that's when they come. That's why it's a big thing. It's like, oh, the Diaz is coming back.
I already wanted Nick Diaz to be welterweight champion.
Yeah.
Nick Diaz is ugly. He beat Conor.
That was Nate. Yeah, Nate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nate beat Conor.
The one time, that's when I started cheering for Conor. He started losing. I was like, what the fuck, bro?
And then the second time they fought.
What you felt? I didn't see it, but I didn't see it, but some people were saying they still could have possibly seen Nate win it. Nah. How did you see it? Because I ain't watch it. Yeah. Okay.
If you get knocked down like 5 times, he got knocked down 5 times in the fight.
Oh yeah.
He basically lost, and
each round, or like multiple times in one round, or it was different round, like
multiple times in the round.
Yeah. Okay.
And his excuse was that every time he would get hit, he was just faking to pull guard to bring Conor down to his level.
That dude wasn't going to do that after that first fight. That's bad.
Yeah. The problem with Conor is the problem is always like very broad when he does it. It's like when he try to put all this muscle on and he has an agenda in mind, then it goes south.
So he ain't naturally bulky like that. I thought that's how he is when he trains. I thought he naturally get like that because he look like a kind of big guy.
No. Yeah. Every time when he does that, he loses. And then when he fought Nate Diaz the second time, he was like slender.
Yeah. Didn't they fought at the same weight, right?
Yeah, same 170.
Okay. And
then I feel like he's only doing that because he's probably lazy to go 155. When's
the last time he fought at 155? Wasn't this fight right here?
I say the last time he fought
that wasn't 155.
Was Khabib.
Yeah. So what weight was the Poirier fight? That wasn't 155?
No, that was probably 155.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah. I think
Conor never lost in
I
145. He's still go in 145.
I think he just complacent, man. Like get them big checks.
Yeah.
You don't need to fight no more. It's different when you fighting because you like, yo, I gotta secure my family legacy. I gotta make sure we ain't going broke. But now you got that off your shoulders.
Now you're being known as this guy who gets beat up for $50 million.
That shit is hard, bro. Like, I can imagine. I think it's just that adjustment.
He's the Ronda Rousey that won't stop fighting.
As you can see, he's still good, but it's like it was just that little adjustment when he was getting kicked in the leg. He wasn't doing nothing about it.
Yeah. You take 3 of those and it fucking hurts.
Oh hell yeah!
And,
one of them shits is like.
And I always like how he evaluates how he lost, but like he said the same thing that we all said. It was like he's more focused on boxing and stuff, and he.
Yeah. I think he was another thing. He was looking over to do it. Yeah, he was ready. Like, I'm ready for Pacquiao. I'm like, oh wait, don't. That's the worst thing I think you could do as a fighter, man.
I think Pacquiao will probably put him to.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it'll be. I think he will take years off of the career.
Oh man.
Pacquiao is still contending with the best.
Oh yeah, he's still pretty good.
And with I would like to spar Pacquiao, but I don't even imagine fighting him because he looks like he hits like a rock, and when it hits, you're gone.
Yeah.
And then there's like a bunch of them. Like he fought Keith Thurman. That was
a good fight. Yeah,
that was a good fight, but
that was a good.
He just bouncing. Boop, 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 boop. Mm-hmm. Then he's out.
Yeah, that was a dope fight. Keith Thurman. Yeah.
What I was gonna say is the Citizen app, right?
Yeah.
Like it's always like fucked up how many things I see that's going around here.
Yeah.
And then I stay in Riverdale and shit. But nothing happens going on there. But
I remember you saying that a while. Yeah.
But recently there was a shooting, and then 2 people that I know, one of them got killed in Monterey.
This might be the same shooting. Okay, yeah, I heard it.
And then the other person got shot in the head.
One guy died, and the other guy's like still okay.
Yeah.
That's the same shit. All right, yeah.
No, that.
Yeah, that's the same shit I heard about. Yeah.
That gang shit is.
That's what it was, right?
Probably. Yeah, they're both gang members.
Oh, they both. Okay.
Or maybe one was gang member, but it's just not fun. It's not cool. Yeah, you have like a permanent target, and you don't know.
Dudes gotta stop the unnecessary beef, and like, if it ain't worth it, man, don't do it, man. I don't want to hear dudes shooting each other over girls, and like, you know.
I told
it'd be like the pettiest reasons, man.
I told Andre this. I was like once you hang with them, you see eyes on you. And you almost get painted and you're an associate now. You're almost like a part of them. So.
Yeah. People like remember guys on the outside, they know that guy that they want.
Mm-hmm.
And ain't nothing for these dudes to get in the car and just not even do nothing, just watch the neighborhood. And they see you with him and they think, all right, that's his man, that's his boy right there. So yeah, you do get eyes on you. Police do that shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They look at the guys they want. They see who's interacting with. Okay, he knows them. He look like he's close to that guy.
And they start taking pictures.
Yeah. You definitely get lured into that shit.
If you go down to the precinct and then say if something happens around here, they'll have a whole bunch of people with everybody in the face. You know?
Yeah. So it definitely is eyes on you, and you definitely get attention, you know. I think we talked about that when Nico was here, you know.
Wow.
Like when I was saying, like, I got lumped into being blood just because of the neighborhood I'm from. I said, I'm not, you know. I grew up with some of them guys, so yeah, it's some kind of kinship there. But I said, that's not me, man.
Yeah.
I just live over there. But you know, people see, hey, y'all was walking to school together or going home together, or you know, y'all in the same building. That's just how it is, man.
Jesus, I just didn't like it from a young age perspective. I remember when I started seeing guns and shit, and I was like, that's another type of level.
Yeah, well, I remember the film I first holding one, like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was like a scary film, man.
Well,
first time, like, oh, teenager, you like, oh shit.
One thing I haven't told much people this. There was a gun here, right? And I gave Wade a little toy gun.
Yeah.
Like a little water gun.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, let's play cops and robbers. I gave him the toy gun.
And Wade is the nephew?
He was the dude that was here.
Oh, your bro.
Yeah,
okay.
my god brother.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, what are you gonna use? I went on the bed and I showed him real gun. He's like, yo! I was like, I was just joking. I was like, all right, let me see that. I was like, no.
You're gonna make a movie with this shit.
You gotta make me into one of them smoking commercials.
Oh yeah. I seen like
actually it was just for protection because we had somebody.
Oh hell yeah. I'm not opposed to anyone that have a gun for protection. I like it if everyone that does have some form of protection, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The worst stories are for me. I hate hearing like people got to get jumped out the street, and I'm like, damn, he ain't have nothing. She ain't have a pepper spray or something. Like the girl that got bit in Harlem by the eye. Damn. Remember that story that she was in a liquor store? Yeah, she was in a liquor store. She's going to get liquor. Guy tried to talk to her or something, and she's like, "No, I'm okay." He's like, "Let me buy you a drink." She's like, "No," and he like,
"Let me buy you.
You think you better than us?" And they chased outside, beat her up, and bit her. I'm like, I was just thinking, man, she had some pepper spray, man. I bet you that would have cleared all of them out.
You know what's fucked up about me? I think I'm for segregation.
Yo, I'm not opposed to it either, bro.
Like
now, let me hear your views, man.
I think I already brought this up, but like women don't like us. Women don't like men and stuff. I think like I would like to be rich and eventually like back these things of getting women property where they go. Say if you hate women and all this, right? Say if you hate men, you're a woman, and you want to go to a place where there's no men. You go, then you have this country.
Create your community.
Yeah, create your community, make your own thing. Let's call it Amazonia.
Yeah.
There's a man in there, so they can't.
No, why I gotta still have man in
there. But you have this thing, and then and you know, just do your own thing. Blacks, I would like to make like I want to say a Tulsa thing again.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I agree.
But, like, have their own, like, yes, they have their countries and all this shit.
Yeah.
But those countries are still being fucked up by Chinese people, by
everyone.
I would like to have a community where they could build themselves up. I already told you I would like.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we talked stuff like this plenty of times.
Like all the NBA players make their own league.
There you go.
Because nobody's paying for watch white people.
There you go. Like, well, you know, like I said, black people, they love white people. Mm-hmm. Like I said, don't listen to the most. I guess when you say radical black guy, I bet you he got a white Jesus in his closet. like. I agree with you. You don't gotta make it mandatory or make it a law, but I'm like, hey, if you don't like I said, like, I don't get when people come into these diverse communities that have like hateful kind of views and shit. I don't understand that. Because I said there are towns where it's 90% white, where you could be with people like you. Mm-hmm. There are towns that are dominantly black, Asian. I don't get why you will come into a melting pot like New York and LA and be like, I don't like this person, I don't like Asians, I don't like blacks, I don't like.
That's draining. That's too much.
I don't get that. I'm like, what are you doing in New York City?
In Brooklyn, I forgot where in Brooklyn, the whole community is Jewish.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no the addiction rate, the homeless rate is basically zero, and they take care of themselves. Why
Tribalism.
tribalism?
They understand group economics, and I heard like some of those, we got Orthodox and Ashkenazi. Some of them groups they only look out for their own.
Mm-hmm.
They got their own hospital. They got they understand that.
They got their own police.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
It's like yes, there's a NYPD, but we also have volunteer services that you call before the police. If there's anything that's going on, you call this ambulance, you call this hospital. You don't call 911.
It was a situation that happened a few years back. I think it was in probably one of those communities. Like something happened where a black person was injured and the Jewish guy injured, and one of those ambulance things came and they only took the Jewish guy and left the black guy to die. It was it happened a few years. It was in Brooklyn.
Or was it just a Jewish ambulance?
Yeah. It was. They only took it, and people was complaining, and they had another Jewish guy, but he was from a different fraction of the Jews, and he like, yo, that's how they operate, man.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, it was not really racist because he like, I'm Jewish too, but being that I'm not part of that Jewish sector, they wouldn't have helped me either.
Yeah,
that's what he was saying. That's how they operate. They only looking out for their own.
I never thought like I will be so I don't like the way how Hasidic Jews act and stuff.
I think that's what he was saying.
Hasidic.
Those are the Hasidic. Yeah. There you go.
Because
that's the same shit he said.
They got the crazy eyes and they're a little bit too much.
Because he's like, yo, those are Hasidic Jews. He said, I'm Jewish, but they wouldn't help me either. Mm-hmm. If I was bleeding, they would have took their guy and.
But I saw a documentary inside their culture, religion is not a race.
Yeah, it's a religion.
Yeah,
so culture,
which is crazy because they all look alike.
But because you got like the Russians, the version of them, you got the German version. Yeah.
But I never thought like I accept their kind of like beliefs. There's no TV in the house. Sundays. I take their Sundays of not doing anything. No projects. They don't watch TV. It's only
that was probably my college coordinator dude. He was like that.
What?
I remember his secretary was telling me about him and shit. And she like, there's one time we had like a film shoot or whatever. We was filming in college. He gave us a little money and shit. And we was driving back to return the equipment. And the secretary was like, tell me, what did he do? I said, no, he just dropped us off and he said he's going to go look for parking. And he said, I bet you he came when y'all had all the work and everything, put it in. And he said, yeah. She's like, yeah, I think she sent her city Jews. He said, yeah, they don't believe on working on Sunday. And I got kind of pissed because I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I said, man, I would have just walked home if I would have known that. He hired blacks and Hispanics to come do that shit for him. Even though you wasn't getting paid, I was still like kind of like just knowing that I was like, what the man?
I don't even think he was supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, he probably wasn't either. Yeah, he drove us and shit. He probably
That's going against his religion.
I just wanted to elaborate on you. Go ahead, you can finish your story. Sorry for cutting you off.
I forgot.
You were saying with the Hasidic Jew, whatever, they don't believe on working.
They don't work on Sundays.
TVs.
No TVs. They believe in like studying the Bible, studying whatever they gotta do. Say if you're homeless and you don't have a job, they see you on the street, they hook you up.
See, that's what I love, bro. It don't gotta necessarily be from a tribalist standpoint, but
if they see you on the phone, you're like, what are you doing with that thing? That's not good. It's bad.
Yeah. They understand group economics and coming together, man. That's what I was like, damn. It's like envious of it, but like in a good way, not in like in a way where I'm like, I'm jealous or I'm gonna get them out, I like that kind of unity, that structure.
I don't believe in just being one thing. If you see these things, right?
Yeah.
Just take it.
Yeah.
Say, it's part of me. It's going right for.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said, like when you said, I'm not opposed to segregation either.
Mm-hmm.
I'm opposed if you probably making it wrong, forcing people to do it. But I'm not opposed if a group of people say, you know what, we like-minded, we want to come over here and only be. I'm for that. I like that shit.
Yeah.
You got people building communities all around the country right now.
It shouldn't be opposed. it shouldn't be forced.
It shouldn't be forced. Yeah.
And
if that's something that people decide to do, like if you decide to say, you know what, I want to leave New York City and be around more like-minded people or be around my nationality or race, that's cool. I get that. I don't have a problem with that. You know,
like I remember, I remember when there was this lady. She's like, like what they had white kids, right, coming on the block, and it was like part of the protest, and it was like I guess breaking shit.
Yeah.
And this lady, she was like, listen, I'm a teacher, but this is a black neighborhood. If you come and you fuck these things up, I have something in the car for you. So don't do
She
this.
said that
yeah,
shit?
She said this.
Oh, shit. Oh.
And, you know, I believe in that. It's a black neighborhood. You shouldn't have, not that you shouldn't have, you know, white cops coming into the neighborhood telling you what to do.
I kind of like,
you're not from here. You know, you don't understand the perspective.
I kind of like the whole thing of protecting your community and shit. That was like somewhere, I guess you could say, maybe a lost art with black people. But how you feel? You think that's more of a general thing, like a lost art of protecting your community? I definitely know for black people it is.
Too many tribes.
Would you say? Yeah. So it's like a lost art in general, right?
It's still art between Jewish people.
Oh, that's what I was saying, because I was saying it from the black side, because I know that. But
from black side it used to be Bloods and Crips.
Yeah.
And I know before that
they had neighborhoods. Yeah.
But now it's become neighborhoods, and people feel like this is my block.
Yeah. But no one actually protects or looks after the block. They just saying it, but like you saying it's your block. But if I say I got jumped by some 2 kids around the corner, can I go to you and you can help me out?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying help me out, let's go beat them up. Can you go over there and be like, who took this guy watch and get it back?
Yeah.
If you can't do that shit, I don't want to hear about this is my block. You should know in the ins and outs. Like, look how the Irish mafia and the Jewish mafia and that's how they used to run their neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Like, before, like in the 60s and the 50s, this was like an Italian neighborhood. This whole like where we at. That's how they ran their whole little.
Here to I think like Simpson.
Yeah. Oh man, like going towards like the west side. I believe that was like the Jewish area and shit.
It was on the Bronx Hill.
Yeah. That's right up the block from us. There used to be a bus that actually ran that. They shut that bus line because of racial. You know, but black people wasn't good at getting on that bus over there in North Ave, you know. So yeah.
I mean, there's not even no Italians over there anymore.
Just the business. They just got businesses, but they don't even live over there.
Italian son, no Italians.
Yeah. So I like the whole protecting the community. I like that, man. Like that shit needs to come back, man.
Yeah.
I like the whole idea. Hey, y'all can come in, but don't come in to fuck shit up. I like that.
But how would you be able to do that?
Oh man, it's not gonna just be one person. That's gonna be a whole group deciding to come together. This is how we're gonna do it. It ain't gonna work with just one person, you know.
Do we need a neighborhood watch?
I'm not opposed to that either, bro.
And like where I live at now, if something is going on, it's brought to the neighborhood's perspective. Like, there's papers like, listen, they trying to make a drug facility here. We gotta stop.
There we go.
And then we stop it.
There we go. That's the power of the people. If you got a liquor store being built, I tell people, you know, you can stop a business from opening your neighborhood. Y'all go to your community meetings and speak to your local politicians. Because I always say the local politicians matter more than the national. You can actually talk to your borough president. You can actually talk to your, you know.
But here you don't know what's going on.
But yeah, that's true too.
There's no papers going on.
It's not brought to the attention, but also people.
Do you know the person who's in charge of this district?
There you go, the local politics. But all that stuff can be. You can easily search it up if you really care to look. I would still like it to be put out there more for people to know.
That's gonna be my.
You better get started, man.
I know.
I like that shit though, man. I'm not opposed to that. We should be able to give some structure. What's going on, Logan? Yeah.
Dying in the last movie, so you can't be in the Avengers, motherfucker.
Sorry. You've been a great Avenger.
I think wasn't he Avenger?
Yeah. Avengers is big, man. Can't wait for when they do their next little thing.
Nagano.
Oh man,
heavyweight champ now.
Oh man, yeah. He got there, man.
Things to talk about. Nagano is heavyweight champ, and I told you so about the Asian hate shit.
What you mean? What you mean? I told you so.
I told you there was an Asian tension of everybody bullying these Asians.
Oh, of everyone.
Now it's a thing. Now it's the AAPL shit.
Oh, I thought that stuff was already happening when we was talking about. That wasn't going on already.
No,
for last month.
I didn't tell you last month. We didn't do a podcast.
February, whatever. We was talking. I thought all that was going on already, like the Stop Asian and the Asian attacks and
I got this one early on.
The only thing that kind of like bothers me, I don't feel like they talking about everyone attacking them. It seems like they only just focusing on what black people do.
I
think all of it should be called out. Don't just focus on one part of it. Have you been seeing like
I don't watch
this in general?
Because I feel like it fucking.
See, that's my thing too. So maybe I'm not qualified to be speaking, but let me ask you: have you been seeing them complain about other groups or showing other groups in the media?
Whites.
Okay.
Because they had the mass shooting with a white dude who he went to a nail salon, killed a group of people. Then he went to another nail salon, shot a group of people.
And they were saying, but
then they arrested him.
Yeah.
And the cop said
he had a bad day.
He was having a bad day.
So I forgot, but the pastor, that guy that brought up that he was a bit of a racist. He used to make like racist T-shirts. That officer that said that shit. They digged into this past. Like he used to make racial T-shirts and shit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And he had a bad. See, you don't ever compare someone killing someone and just say they had a bad day.
Yeah.
Maybe if I smack someone or punch someone, you can say, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Killing someone. Don't ever associate that with having a bad day.
His parents turned him in. But I told you before, the black people were catching jukes.
Yeah.
With the Asian people.
I think all of that should be called out. Yeah.
I saw a lot about that. Then the white people, they took it to another fucking level. But then I saw the white dude who got beat up by the older Asian lady.
Oh yeah, she kicked his ass.
He was like bleeding and shit.
Oh, what she do to her?
She had a fat eye. I don't know.
She was nice with the head. Oh, she had the weapon.
Yeah.
I was like, she had some hands.
And then the mass shooting.
Yeah.
That's the ones I remember. Oh, then that black dude who killed his moms before and then stomped out Asian lady says she belonged there. I don't know.
Oh, in front of the store, right? Something like that?
It was in front of a hotel.
And the security guy. Oh, speaking of security, the security guard got in trouble because he didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I said, they trained us not to do nothing. I've been in security before. They tell you not to get, but I know why. It was for the image. It was for the whole image.
Yeah.
It just didn't look good, so they didn't want to get in trouble, so he was the scapegoat.
Every job.
You the scapegoat. You the scapegoat. I get it. Because I'm like, they tell you security, you don't break up, you don't do that shit. You call for backup, you call police, and that's it.
But you don't you don't close the door on her after the fact. You probably like get her up and bring her in. Or say, hey.
That's protecting the business. Yeah, you know. But yeah, I get what they was doing. He was just the scapegoat. He was saving their image, saving face, I think they call it, stuff like that. Yeah. You ain't hear about the guy that pissed on the Asian lady in the train?
Pissed on the no? White dude? There's a white dude here? Okay.
Yeah. All right, I want to ask you a opinion on this. So the dude like
am I for peeing on people?
No. No. Yeah, so he pisses on the train or whatever, and she was just like, I was so shocked. He peed on me. I looked around and no one did anything. So my question, to you is, I've been seeing this a lot in society. Where people get this thing at when something happens to you and you expect other people to help you? Tell me what's your thoughts on it? Because I think it's like, stop expecting people to help you. You got to do that shit yourself.
Well,
ain't no one job to help you. It's nice, but you know,
attacks that are happening are elderly.
Yeah,
and if you're female, you know, it's probably a female get pissed
but just in general though, because I not just female, even guys. They be like, I got attacked and everyone was just standing there watching. I'm like, ain't no one job to help you, bro.
Yeah.
I know it's harsh, you know. I would like someone to help me, but me, I'm not expecting no one to help me if I get my ass kicked in the street.
I think that's
where do people get this mindset from?
That's your mind frame because you're inner city, and that's what we know. You mind your business.
Yeah.
But if you go to a smaller community, if that something would happen, somebody would come and help.
Somebody will help you.
Yeah.
But I think even in the inner city, in the rest of the New York, just New York City, you think there's enough communities around where something will happen and people will help? Or because I think this is probably the mindset of a lot of people in this city, but I'm not too sure. That's why
I think it's this city because if something
just this city,
happens, like there's also other cities. If something happens to a female or like Japan, they have a high. They had a high sexual thing with men and women. Now they got their own train thing.
I get that. I stay cold. Yeah, I get that.
If something happens to them, you get beat. You get beat by the group.
But I don't think there ever really been a real culture in America. I think they put it out there, but if something happening to you, like I just don't get why would you expect someone to help you? I don't get it. I really don't get it. But that's your take on it, though, right?
Yeah.
Because that shit bothered me when I was reading the article, and I'm like,
why would somebody help you if you getting peed on?
Yeah, and you ain't doing anything yourself, you know. You ain't say, "Hey, what are you doing?" She's pretty much she was just saying she was standing there, and he was just.
I told you the two girls that that told me they got raped by Mexicans and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they both said that why didn't anybody help? Because
so it was like out in the open.
They were both sexually assaulted on the train one day. I guess it was coming home drunk.
Yeah, okay.
And then the dude got on top, fuck her, and then next stop, out.
Yeah. I think in this part of society that shit is gone.
And they both was like, why didn't anybody
nobody do nothing?
Do anything.
I think enough evidence been out, especially in New York City. I don't know like other towns and cities, but I know especially in New York City, enough evidence is out. Don't expect no one to help you. That's why I'm a fan of people getting some kind of pocket knife or pepper spray. You gotta
let's put this on me, right?
Yeah.
Like me and my girlfriend saw a white woman getting harassed by a black dude, and he was talking to her during Corona, no mask.
Yeah.
She's like, "Can you please?" And he was like getting aggressive.
Yeah.
And then she got off the stop, and he followed her and chased her.
All right.
And I ain't do shit.
I don't blame you. And if you would have helped, I don't blame you. If you didn't do shit, I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah.
I just say people don't expect this shit. Like I just don't understand that.
Is this a man?
Because even the police, because even police officers, to keep it real or not, they're not obligated to help you or not. People don't really know that.
Apparently.
Police don't have no legal right. They don't gotta. It was a guy. I think he posted like a YouTube video. He made like a little animated short about it, like on New York City subway. One of them crazy guys had a knife and going around attacked him and stabbed him. And he said it was two police on the car. They didn't do shit, and he got stabbed up. And he thinking I'm gonna sue these motherfuckers. And that's when he learned the hard when he took him to court. And they say, yo, the officers they don't have to do anything if they don't want to.
Yeah.
They there to enforce the law. They're not there to break up fights and none of that shit. They don't got to do that. So I'm like,
if it's not against the law,
if it's not the police job to do that, why the hell are you expecting regular civilians to think, oh yeah, let me help you?
You know what I'm for?
Yeah.
One, I think it's men's fault. You gotta take that out.
Who for?
Men's fault of attacking and doing all these things. We're doing the mass shootings. We gotta let the women catch up. They don't got no mass shootings.
Catch up, females, please.
Yeah, they got. I think there's a whole masculinity problem that we gotta like.
I got the first woman in office, Kamala. She gonna help y'all out, He said no. She's gonna help the ladies out, Joe. She's gonna help them out. She's gonna make sure they get there, help them catch up. Yeah.
And for women, I always say like they should take like a self-defense class.
Yeah. And I always like it when they travel in groups and shit. You know, don't leave your sister behind, your friend or whatever y'all calling each other.
So someone brought this conversation to me, right? Because like I have some random thoughts, and I was like, yo, so men are sexually assaulting women, right?
Yeah.
Inside, or just in general.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say that. I said so. Women, you can't have sex with a drunk woman because that is rape.
Yeah.
Is ladies' night contributing to this? Because they get half off drinks. It's to gravitate women.
I see. Okay.
They get drunk.
Okay.
And then someone may get raped.
I see what you're saying.
And then his response was, yeah, I shouldn't have brought it up to him because he's more like a liberal-minded.
Oh.
But it was just like, it should be like the men's responsibility not to do that. I agree with both.
Yeah, not the
Like it should be the men's responsibility.
I see what you're saying. It's still a man's responsibility, but you shouldn't be putting yourself out there for something. That's what you're going with.
Yeah,
you still okay? Yeah.
But I was like, wouldn't this contribute?
You're helping.
Bars.
You're adding to the problem. Yeah, you're not. You know,
you're just adding to the problem.
You know, you're adding to the problem. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I'm always There's always enough blame to throw around on everyone. It's definitely the man for rape, and ain't no excuse for that. But
yeah,
don't feed the monster either. Don't feed the beast, you know.
But also, isn't like a double standard of, say, if a girl is trying to have sex with me, but I'm drunk.
Yeah, but that probably won't be rape though. Yeah, it is a double standard. Yeah, it is.
But say if you're with a girl that always fucking drinks. Am I raping her? Because
that's why I never really like to argue about double standards, because there's enough on all sides. You get what I'm saying? On both sides. I just tried to make my case when they say, "Hey, why is this?" And it's like, it is. A man is still responsible. If both parties are drunk, the man is still responsible. But if I'm drunk and the lady wasn't, and she still was harassing me, no one will call that harassment.
We're taking this thing that makes us both horny.
Yeah.
And most of the time.
If roles were reversed, no one will call the woman a rapist. If Joe was drunk and he's like, leave me alone, and she still want to ride you, or, you know, shit, they won't call that rape. But if you reverse the genders, it would be rape.
Yeah.
It is definitely a double standard. You know?
How do you stop the rape?
But why are we always talking about this shit?
Huh?
Don't you notice that?
It means that I hate men.
We always bringing up rape.
We're the problem. It's been a month, so I had to, I had to bring it up.
It's been a long time.
Mass shooting, rape, UFC. That's our thing.
Oh yeah, man. Speaking of,
we're strong in that. We keep it niche.
And occasionally we sprinkle a little anime on top.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch his anime.
Yeah. What you was saying? Yeah, what you was watching?
Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah. I like I always thought I gotta finish that up. I was supposed to finish that up probably like last year or whatever, because I stopped at some point, but I got to get back on that.
It's good.
I love it. I like it. I just, I stopped in a mix. I don't know about you. I got like 15 shows to watch. I never finish anything.
I think I watched all my shows during this quarantine.
So you one of those guys you can watch a show and watch it straight and go to the next? I'm always hopping.
I like to do that because once I hop, I forget about the other shows.
That's what happened to me. That's what happened to me with the Harley Quinn.
I just know Fridays I have Winter Soldier, and I watch that. I'm cool.
You seen
I watched Law and Order. It has rape. Then I got 2 Law and Orders. There's a Chicago PD. I like how they shoot. Boop, boop.
They shoot from the side?
Yeah.
What?
They cops. They cops and they shoot like that.
They shoot from the side.
Watch it.
Oh shit!
There's a black dude on that shit.
Yeah.
He got the perfect he got the perfect beard and always shaped up, and then he just the way he shoots people.
And that's called Chicago PD.
I saw one episode. I was like, that's not fair. He wasn't expecting you to shoot him like that. Like,
who would have seen that coming?
Like, he reached his arm and then went down like that and shot him down on the couch. I was like, yo, that's not fair. Like in the first seasons, you see him like
Common sauce,
regular cops, please, and then it turns to, what are you doing over here? if you don't tell me what's going on, bad things are gonna happen to you.
Oh man, that's crazy.
You gotta watch it. It's good.
Yeah, I've been hearing about that show for. I know he's got police officers shooting.
Mm-hmm. And it's not only the black dude. Everybody does it. Everybody does the one hand. What are you doing over here?
No, the two. One hand.
Yeah. There's no two shits.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Yeah. All right, yeah, I gotta get on some shows, man. I just started getting back on. I was a big fan of the Sons of Anarchy, so I started checking out the Mayans.
You like the Mayans?
Yeah.
It was hard to me get into. I was a fan of Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, it was a bit slow, but being I was such a fan, I was like, I need to ride it out.
Yeah.
I gotta get on the Fargo show. I haven't watched that joint.
I just wanted to watch it because of Chris Rock.
Yeah. I wanted to see him in that kind of role because I ain't never really seen Chris Rock in like a serious type of shit like that. So I wanted to check.
He's doing more serious roles.
That's dope, man.
You got a movie with Samuel L. Jackson that looks interesting.
Oh yeah, what's the name of that one? Is out already?
I don't even know the name of it, but it looks like it's supposed to be a horror type deal. And
Samuel L. Jackson in a horror.
Chris Rock not smiling, taking everything serious. I was like, yo.
Oh man, wasn't it? You seen Power? No, it was
Empire.
Power. It was Empire.
I didn't watch that.
When they had Chris Rock being like some gangster in jail, that shit was kind of funny to me. I was like, what the fuck? Chris Rock being like some drug kingpin down that's locked up in jail.
Did you believe it though, or it was just
he acted good, but you can't believe it because I seen too many of the comedy. I just how I see him. It's gonna probably take a while for me to see him in that kind of role.
That's crazy.
But it wasn't like he was bad acting. It just I seen him so many times doing comedic type shit.
That Chris Rock had a porn addiction.
Oh yeah.
He apparently they probably contributed to him cheating on his wife. And he's like I slept with one girl. And I know what you're thinking. Damn, Chris, you cheat on your wife? And I know what the men are thinking. One girl? Yes, one.
Yo, the thing is, yeah. Apparently, I seen. I seen another like YouTube. I forgot who it was. And apparently, the porn addiction is a real thing.
I get addicted there.
It's a thing. Yeah. The two dudes was talking like how they little problem about it, and I said I'm probably have to look into that. That shit is real.
Yeah.
That shit. I'm hearing it now, like more like that's something serious.
Like if I do it, it's like a thing that you gotta stay away from because one is easy access and you come and then you get all sad and don't want to do shit, and then the next day you do the same thing. You're repeating a habit,
and you're not getting anything done. That's what one of the guys was saying.
Mm-hmm.
He said he'd notice he'd just waste hours.
Yeah,
he ain't do shit.
You come
this whole day,
you lose that.
You go to sleep, or you just get lazy. You're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
It
drains your energy.
I saw a TikTok, right?
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok, and he was like, "Listen, fellas, if you watch porn and you come, not if you come, like if you watch porn, I bet you're gonna lose your purpose. Try to stop doing this thing, and I bet you're gonna start like getting like better." Stronger, faster.
Whatever you was working on,
you'll be doing it.
You're completing your goals.
Just stop. And I just messaged. I just finished. And I got like 10,000 likes. And I was like, I just did it. I'm sorry. I failed you.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's just easy access. I think that's why it's real. You know, of course, you know, back in the days, the closest thing to porn was probably the back of a magazine.
Yeah.
Or you had to really get a VHS. Nah, this shit is in your hand, bro.
Like
this shit is in your hand.
I was fighting with the concept, right? Because like you watch, I was every time when I did it, I felt lazy and I get sad and depressed afterwards. So I was like, why am I doing this to myself?
It's wasting your energy, yeah.
And then I'll look at Joe Rogan. Next one. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay. As Joe Rogan, he was like, I don't get it. Just jerk off, because if you jerk off and you say you like a girl, you think you like a girl, and then you jerk off, and then you find out you don't like her.
I know. Messing with girls I shouldn't be messing with. Because every now
you lose that temptation, or
so every now and then, you know, you see one of them hood boogers, you think, guys, she's nice looking. You know, what makes it a hood booger, you know, she's doing her things. It's been a few times, like, you know what? Good thing I rubbed one out, because I was almost like actually winning this chick.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get.
And their joke about it was like, yeah, I just jerk off because I don't want old cum in me. that was their thing, and I was just like, yeah, I'll do it, and then I'll go back in the same routine. But maybe it's just from the differences of people. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I don't want to do that.
Sometimes that's
or I can't do that.
Yeah, but definitely. You don't need no more lazy people losing their purpose, man. I don't know what people could do. Maybe find something you're really interested in or something, or I don't know, but yeah, that shit sounds bad, man.
Like I only wish, I kind of wish I was like autistic. Nah, just go back to the Jewish religion, right?
Yeah,
that you don't do. But then
you mean holistic?
But then, huh?
Hasidic Jew? You mean what you said?
Yeah,
Hasidic. Oh, I thought you said autistic. I was like, huh? I was like, how that's gonna help you?
I was like, I wish I was autistic, because then I would have that sexual thing.
That urge, yeah.
There's people out there that don't think about sex at all during the whole day. Like, I can only imagine.
Oh man. I don't think I can make it all.
What things you could get done.
Yeah.
All right. Are we done?
We done.
We done.
Thanks for welcoming us back.
I put this on YouTube, so hopefully it works a little better.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing our monthly podcast.
No, I get it. It's been a month, yeah.
Rest in peace to Eric. Rest in peace to Reggie Tinkin. I think I already said that on another podcast. You can catch me on Instagram, ojojo181. Haven't posted there in a while either. How about you?
Oh, 10 TV.
Tim been busy.
212. Yeah. I've been busy. Shit is picking up. But thanks, y'all.
If you need any photo things, go to him. Any picture things.
Yeah.
You can get him personally.
Yeah, shout out Day and Night. .net. DayandNight.net. Get all your latest candles, women's fashion bags and accessories.
Don't get that's our payless sponsor.
Oh yeah, Day and Night, man.
And don't get hacked or scammed, right?
Yeah. And more PS5s on the way. And we out.
Bye. And street.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, man.
Duh. Okay.
I can't even walk.